Armstead. From Levi's.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Arik Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. After the sack on first down, Wentz. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Wentz. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 7 catches, 136 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The Niners had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They'll drop to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. He's going to try and do this himself. And he'll go down at the 28. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. he's going to keep this again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finds Pickens outright. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 65 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They run with McCaffrey off the option, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now here's the option play going left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one, 11 yards in the 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Second and 6. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. He'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down. Wentz going to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A give, running right is Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. Wentz now on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Wentz.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Wentz. Steps away to his left. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wentz.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now left side on the swing pass. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And Kittle catching the slant.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. Back to throw again.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose, and the Rams have got it back.
So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after try forthcoming. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
But how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Wentz is going to keep it.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Wentz now to throw. Being under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This a 27-yard attempt here. And this one is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun now. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So, Charles, I mean, this is just becoming an exhibition now on how to rush the passer.
Yeah, and I can't help but laugh a little bit because I'm enjoying what we're watching. This is coming from a guy who was in college just a year ago, and we keep harping on their evaluation. They saw not just a guy who could rush the passer, but could rush the passer well, and that's why they took him as high as they did.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And a quick throw here that's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Wentz.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Gets this one to Juszczyk.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, Wentz. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
So 4 sacks in the game. Charles, I don't know. Should we think about maybe bypassing Rookie of the Year and just jump straight to Defensive Player of the Year for him?
Oh, I like the whimsical tone in your voice on that one because what we're seeing right now, Rookie shouldn't be able to do what he's doing, but he's getting it done. A little precocious, this young man.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wentz to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it in about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Herbert once more.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 27. The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
So the victory here for San Francisco.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.